March 2026. The Hormuz Strait is choked. Global oil prices have just breached $140 a barrel, sending shockwaves through every Western economy. But in a control room in Delhi, the atmosphere is strangely calm. While the world's traditional giants scramble for fuel, India is quietly running on a power source that doesn't care about geopolitics. In 2025, India achieved a feat experts said was impossible, hitting its 50% non-fossil capacity target, a full 5 years ahead of its COP26 commitment. But here is the paradox. India is now the world's third largest renewable powerhouse, yet it remains one of the world's largest coal consumers. How did a nation once synonymous with power cuts and energy poverty build a green fortress faster than the West? And more importantly, can they solve the one bottleneck that could still bring the whole system crashing down? The answer involves a 2,000-year-old hydro technique. For decades, India's growth was a math problem with no solution. India had an insatiable hunger for energy, but it imported 85% of its oil, leaving its currency at the mercy of global crises. Therefore, every time India tried to grow, its trade deficit exploded, dragging the rupee down. Consider Anil, a small-scale textile manufacturer in Tirupur. In 2012, Anil spent 25% of his revenue on diesel generators just to keep his machines running during frequent blackouts. For Anil, green energy wasn't a climate choice, it was a survival necessity. He needed power that was cheaper than coal and more reliable than a broken grid. By 2026, the data shows the tide has turned. Solar tariffs in India have plummeted to Rs 1.99 per unit, cheaper than the marginal cost of even the oldest coal plants. India didn't just go green because it was right, it went green because it was cheaper. Turning point 1. The manufacturing shield. India realized that swapping oil dependency for Chinese solar panel dependency was just a different kind of trap. Data. India scaled domestic solar module manufacturing to a staggering $144 per year by early 2026. India is no longer just a customer of the green revolution, it is the factory. Did you know? India is now adding 55.3 gigawatts of new renewable capacity annually. That's roughly the entire power grid of the United Kingdom, built from scratch every 12 months. Turning point 2. The multi-energy stack. In April 2026, the Kalpakkam fast breeder reactor went critical, unlocking a 3-stage nuclear program that can power India for centuries using indigenous thorium. While the US and EU use massive subsidies to force a transition, India has achieved natural price parity. In the West, green energy is a policy choice. In India, it is a market reality. For the Indian citizen, this is the wealth multiplier. Lower inflation. Since electricity is the input of inputs, cheaper solar means cheaper groceries. The shift from simple generation to complex battery storage is creating 3.4 million high-paying blue tech jobs. But let's strip away the hype. The green fortress has a massive gaping hole: storage. India currently has only 0.2 GWh of battery storage. We need to hit 236 GWh by 2030. If the sun doesn't shine and the wind doesn't blow, the grid collapses. Furthermore, the state-run power distributors are drowning in Rs 6.5 lakh crore of debt. If the middleman is bankrupt, the power never reaches the citizen. So, back to our open loop. Can India reach $15,000 per capita income without killing the planet? The 2030 dashboard says yes, but only if the storage war is won. India's strategy is shifting to flexibility, integrating pumped hydro, the 2,000-year-old trick. By 2047, India won't just be self-reliant, it will be an energy exporter. The green transition is a geopolitical dividend. Every gigawatt in Rajasthan is one less barrel of imported oil. In the 21st century, power is something you engineer. India has stopped digging and started building. If this deep dive changed your perspective, you'll want to see our next video on India's AI data centers. Do you think India should prioritize 100% green energy, even if it means slower growth? Let us know.